Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another fun and exciting episode of Good Morning Soul. I hope you're all having another wonderful morning. I don't do that as much anymore. Now that we're up in the later hundreds of this series, it's like, oh, I don't even check to make sure you're having a good morning anymore. I just say it like words have no meaning. But today we're talking about good old wrestling. This is a wrestling related video. I do have a wrestling channel that these videos typically go on, but it doesn't really, this certain video doesn't really match what I do over there. And a big part of Good Morning Soul is to, just be like, hey, music video, reaction to music video, short film, reaction to short film, cool ass video in this case. Talk about it in my own video. And what I'm specifically talking about here, you could watch, I was gonna say you could watch this without being a wrestling fan and kind of get some out of it. If I were to I want to say, if you are a wrestling fan, check out the video that I'm talking about here, because I feel like it might give a good context of what wrestling is. And the video I'm talking about is the intro to the Raw 25th anniversary. Basically, a number of months ago, probably at least a year by the time you're watching this, there was the Raw 25th anniversary, and every time there's a big anniversary, they try to do something special. In this case, particularly the intro to this episode, they basically had a mash cut of 25 years worth of content mashed up to a Fall Out Boy song. The song being the my songs know what you did in the dark. It's really fucking cool. That song is a generic fucking pop rock song, but for what it's trying to achieve here, it kind of doesn't matter. I've fucking listened to that song before, without a dumb music video, so it might as well just be a good song on its own. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, though. Especially a lot of people who think new Fall Out Boy sucks. I don't really have an opinion. So, Raw 25th opening, basically, again, if you are not a wrestling fan, just watch the video. That's the only context I can give. I'm going to switch over to my wrestling mode. Yeah, I fucking love this intro, man. We got so many, it was really just a highlight reel of all the fucking clips that get used the most. So, at one point, part of me was like, they're not going to show, a lot of the people who are blacklisted from WWE. For instance, they had, this was before Hulk Hogan got reinstated in the Hall of Fame. So, there was no Hulk Hogan. Little bit of a missing chunk there. We can only see Steve Austin, The Rock, so many times. But that does not matter, and John Cena. That does not matter, though, because they had a lot of people who I'm surprised they did have them in. I did see, Evan Bourne, for that one RKO. That's, the highlight of his career, I guess. That stuff like that was expected, but seeing, CM Punk, even for that second on WWE TV, it's kind of just oh, what the fuck? It's and seeing the couple other, people weaving in and out, that's about it, though. They really just kind of stuck with their golden boys for the big moments. We saw a lot of Kane and Shane McMahon and stuff like that. We saw the retirements with Edge and Daniel Bryan. There's so many great moments in this, that carry in and out with the song. When the song kind of dies down for a bit, that's when they go into Edge's retirement, Daniel's retirement, Ric Flair's retirement, and then Ultimate Warrior's speech days before he died, and then it kind of gets gray. Like, only wrestling fans who knew what happened would get that. That's why I was like kind of like there's a lot of you don't understand any of it unless you watch it type things going on here. And it immediately cuts back. I love like the highlight reel of like people like holding up the championships, like Miz, cash it in, lead off the moonsault, and then there's fucking Roman and all the other usual big title wins. Dolph Ziggler, they threw him in there, and then my favorite part of this whole thing was like when Mick Foley, because it literally. When people win the belt, it's like one of the most honest, real emotions in wrestling. Like, all the bullshit and corruption of this industry kind of just melts away for a little bit as your favorite character holds up the title. And it's always these big payoffs. It's always great, and when it cut to Mick Foley, like, I wasn't around, obviously, back then. I'm a little too young, but when Mick Foley held it up and I just heard I did it! I've seen this intro, like, 5 times, probably, like, 10 times now, because I've seen it. I tried to do this video yesterday, and I watched it, like, once then, watched it twice this morning, so I've probably seen it, like, 10 times now. So the majority of the times I've watched it, that part with Mick Foley, why do I keep forgetting my shades? That part, I'm trying to disguise how fucking tired I am. Every time with Mick Foley going like, I did it, it just caught my heart, like, fucking, I got hair stuck in my sunglasses. It literally just kind of made me like, like I like clenched, like, oh my god, like I've got the goosebumps at least like half a dozen times from the video just from that part. But the majority of this thing is just like, look at how much fucking fun this is, like all this fucking wacky bullshit that's going on here, and it just shows with how, like, because this episode wasn't that great. I do remember, like, the 15th anniversary of Raw, like, that was one of my favorite episodes. And this one did not really live up to that, but the crazy thing is, I love how in WWE the fucking video packages and the edited clips are usually so much better than actual, like, WWE raw footage. Like, I could sit through a fucking video package, or I could watch this, like, even the bullshit rivalries, the Shinsuke AJ Styles, those get fucking dope ass video packages. And the video packages are kind of like the things painting these rose tinted memories on all of our wrestling, where it's like, oh, well, the video packages made me remember it a different type of way. Like, I'm gonna remember certain parts in these clips that, like, probably weren't that great in actuality, but, like, through this eyeglass, it's all great, you know? Like, I remember when Paige won the belt off of AJ, like, in this package, it's kind of like, oh my god, that was so crazy. But at the time, I was like, what the fuck, or did they, like, like, did they really, like, I was conflicted about that, but, like, in memoriam, it's all just, oh no, it's all great, you know? So yeah, very, very crazy, interesting way to start off this really should have been better episode of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, these are my favorite parts of wrestling, these moments. So I really, the fact that I like really just wanted to sit and watch this and make a video about it, like, kind of shows how cool I thought this video was. You know, we had all the turns, like the AJ, not AJ, Kevin's and Jericho. Did they have any more? No, they definitely did. They had the Shield one, obviously, the breakups, and then they had the makeouts with like Edge and Lita, The Rock, and blah blah blah. It was a crazy opening. And they did a couple other things. They had like these one videos where it's like, oh, the Attitude Era, but with current stars, but it's, you know, edited different because we're lazy. But it doesn't mesh well at all. Other than that, they didn't do a whole lot of cool things. I kind of want, you know, it's a weekly format thing that they only get so much time to do, so it is what it is. But I thought this was a amazing video and probably almost as good as the entire episode of Raw. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching as always. Check out this video if you haven't already. And until tomorrow, with that, I leave you.